In our first problem, we have triangle DEF. It looks like they're giving you angle E, and that's the only angle that they're giving you. So it's a 36-degree angle, so I don't have to draw a right triangle. I'm just going to draw a regular old triangle and put angle E, 36 degrees and 20 minutes on the inside by angle E. Side E is 12, so we're going to go to the side opposite angle E and label that as 12. And side F, the side opposite angle F, that's going to be 10. And we have to find angle D. Well, if we go through our checklist of rules, SOHCAHTOA can only be used if we were given a right angle, and we weren't, so that's not what we're using. The law of sines is when you are given a matching pair of side angles. And that looks like what we have going on here. Here we're given angle E, and we're given side E. So here, since we have the matching pair of E's, we're going to use the law of sines. And what I want to do is, since I want to find angle D, I want to write the sine of angle D over side D. That equals, now for my matching pair, the sine of angle E over little e. And the problem with setting it up that way is this. We want to solve for angle D. That's an unknown. But we also don't know side D. So that would make it that there's two unknowns. So we're not going to be able to use the law of sines by setting it up this way. But here's what we can do. Since we are also given side F, what I can do is I can go about finding angle F. I could write the sine of angle F over side F. And then once I find angle F, I'll know that angle, and I'll know angle E because that's given to me, and I know the sum of the angles of a triangle is always 180 degrees. So that's what my plan is going to be. My plan is going to be to find angle F, and then I'll subtract the two angles from 180 to get angle D. So I'm going to solve for angle F. I'm going to write the sine of angle F over side F, so that's 10. That equals the sine of angle E, which you're told is 3620, over side E, which is 12. So I'm going to solve using the law of sines. I'm going to cross multiply. I have 12 times the sine of angle F. That equals 10 times the sine of 3620. And then I'll divide both sides by 12 to get the sine of angle F by itself. So here I have the sine of angle F equals 10 times the sine of 3620 over 12. So I'm going to use this to solve for angle F. Now remember, I'm solving for an angle. So the two things I have to remember is press the second button and then to DMS my answer. So I'm going to be pressing second sine and then entering in this expression. Take a minute, do that on your calculator, and make sure you include your photo on your assignment. So here we're going to have angle F is 29 degrees, and since our seconds are under 30, 35 seconds. So now I have angle F, and since I also was given angle E is 3620, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up those two angles, and then I'm going to subtract from 180. And again, since I'm finding an angle, I'm not going to forget to do DMS. So I'm going to have angle D is 114 degrees and 5 minutes. Make sure you include these photos on your assignment. Our second problem has us solving a triangle. So here I have triangle ABC. Looks like they're giving me one angle, and the angle is not a right angle, so I'm going to label angle C, 87 degrees and 10 minutes. Side B, so I find angle B and I go to the side opposite. That's going to be 7.1. And I'm given side C, so I go to the side opposite angle C, and I label that as 9.8. And what it means to solve a triangle is you need to find all three angles and all three sides of the triangle. And they're always going to give you half. Here we're given angle C is 87 degrees and 10 minutes. Side C is 9.8, and side B is 7.1. So this problem is going to have you finding angle A, angle B, and side A. And if we go through our checklist of rules, SOHCAHTOA is only if you're given a right angle, and we don't have that. We have an 87-degree angle. Law of sines, you must be given a matching pair, and that's what we're given. Here we're given side and angle C. So I'm going to go about starting this problem by using the law of sines. Here our matching pair are our C's, and the other piece of information we're given in this problem is side B is 7.1. So I'm going to go about first finding angle B by using the law of sines. I'm going to write the sine of angle B over side B, and then that equals the sine of angle C over side C. Again, I'm using the law of sines first here because I was given a matching pair of side angles. So I'm going to have the sine of angle B over little b, which we were told is 7.1, and that equals the sine of angle C, so the sine of 87 degrees and 10 minutes, over side C, which is 9.8. So I'm trying to solve this triangle. I have to find the three missing parts to the problem, so angle A, angle B, and side A. And I'm choosing to find angle B first by the law of sines because I had the half matching set. I was given side B. So this is going to look similar to our first problem. We're going to cross multiply. 9.8 times the sine of angle B. That equals 7.1 times the sine of 87.10. And then to solve for the sine of angle B, I'm going to divide both sides by 9.8. So I'm going to have the sine of angle B. That equals 7.1 times the sine of 87 degrees and 10 minutes over 9.8. And remember, I'm finding angle B, so I'm finding an angle. So I have to remember when I enter this expression into my calculator, I have to first press the second button and then I have to DMS my answer. Since I'm finding an angle, you press the second button, and then in this case, sine, and then we're going to DMS our answer. Take a minute, enter that expression into your calculator, and include that photo on your assignment. So angle B, since we have 10.269 seconds, we keep it the same. So angle B is 46 degrees and 21 minutes. So that's the first part of our problem, to find angle B. But remember, we're trying to solve a triangle. So to solve a triangle means to find all the sides and all the angles. So I found angle B to be 46 degrees and 20 minutes. So I still have to find angle A and side A in order to be able to solve this triangle. But now, since I have two of the angles, remember the sum of the angles is always 180 degrees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up these two angles that I have and then subtract them from 180 to find angle A. So we're going to add up 87 degrees 10 minutes and 46 degrees 21 minutes and subtract that from 180. So now I have angle A, and angle A is going to be 46 degrees and 29 minutes. Which means now I'm almost done. The only other part to this puzzle, because solving a triangle is a puzzle, is now to find side A. And usually when you start these questions off, there's a particular rule you have to use based on what's given. But now that I have 5 of these 6 parts solved for, you do have a lot of flexibility in terms of which rule you use to solve for the remaining parts. I'm not going to use SOHCAHTOA because there's no 90-degree angle, but let's say I wanted to find side A, and let's say I wanted to use the law of cosines. I'm going to write A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC times the cosine of angle A. And I have all of these different parts. I have side B, I have side C, and I solved for angle A, so I'm just going to plug in those values into this equation. So I have A squared equals B squared, so that's going to be 7.1 squared, plus C squared, so that's 9.8 squared, minus 2 times B times C, 2 times 7.1 times 9.8, times the cosine of angle A, and angle A was 46 degrees and 29 minutes. So now I'm going to carefully enter in this entire expression into my calculator. That's going to give me what A squared is, and then I'll have to take the square root of that to get A. So take a minute, evaluate that on your calculator, and include that photo on your assignment. And now we have side A to be 7.1. So to solve a triangle means to find all 3 angles and all 3 sides.